Remember where we stopped, where we had to start today? I've been training so many people this week, I can't remember where I stopped with you. We did all the user functions,
Yeah.
and did we do management reports?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we did that. We did debtors.
Yes.
Okay, so let's do channel management. So that's where we linked up your booking.com now. Okay, so you don't ever have to come in here. It's all set up already. We'll push stay requirements and rights towards bookings.com. You can always view all your bookings here from a OTA. There's your first one. So you don't need to do anything else with that. If I go to the reservation list, you'll see you received your first booking.com booking. Now, so if
Henry,
I,
ek gaan stop. Is daar 'n manier om hierdie skerm groter te maak? Want hier, ons kan amper nie sien wat hier aangaan nie.
julle met aan julle kant, ek
Ja.
is op,
Ons gaan. That's better.
ek's op 100%.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Okay, so
Oh,
they've sent you a virtual credit card and you don't have the pay gate activated yet.
Ek het nou net die goed gescan en weer
Okay.
vir
Yeah. So you'll always see the virtual credit card details in here. We set up when is this booking for? December.
of
So
December.
once the pay gate is activated, it will process the virtual credit card when it's due.
Okay.
But why is it only showing 92 Rand?
Oop, I don't know.
Is there fees that you had to pay with them, or the balance is only 92 Rand on the virtual credit card?
I don't know.
Okay, so log into bookings.com later and then just check what is the card value
Okay.
and why did they deduct the other amounts. And then, Sonette, when you signed up with them, you didn't click on Genius or something. Genius specials and discounts and derived rates.
Ek kan nie onthou nie. Ek dink nie so nie.
Okay, please do not click on those derived rates, Genius specials and whatever, because what they will do is they will take their percentage commission off. If it's a Genius client, they will add another 10 or 15% discount, and you'll hardly ever get anything from them.
Oh my word, dis dit seker wat gebeur het.
Okay. Also, you'll see there's a space where you can click on derived rates. Please don't click derived rates, because then they can take your rate that you're pushing towards them and give any discount on that derived rate.
Can I still change it now on the
Yeah,
not
you can
this
go to
booking, but
not this
future.
booking, but future bookings. So once we're done, you can go into bookings.com and untick Genius, untick derived rates and all those specials, because they add specials on top of they take their commission off and then they add specials on top of that to the customer. Right. So just so that you know, that's how OTAs work. So please don't ever select any specials or derived rates or Genius options or whatever. So now, because it's a bookings.com booking, you'll see if the client doesn't pitch up on that day and he checks in by 2 o'clock, or made arrangements, or at least at 6 o'clock, just tick on no show and then notify bookings.com that the client didn't arrive. Okay. Otherwise, they'll keep you liable for the commission. Okay. So there's your first bookings.com booking. Although we hate the OTAs, we need the OTAs. Okay. Because they spend millions to advertise your property. And when people search, people can easily find you. But please do not select any specials because it means they can sell your room at any price.
Oh my
So the
soul.
minute they see you empty and your occupancy is low, they will sell it at any price.
Mhm.
Okay,
Thank
good.
you.
Then we're going to start with venue details. So the channel manager, you really don't have to do anything unless you're going to push new rates to a channel manager or update your rates. Then you can come here to reservations and you'll go to bookings.com and you'll say update rates. And they will only accept 18 months in advance rates. So you can go and say update rates and apply update rates, and it will update your rate with the OTA. Then we're going to go to venue setup, venue details. The manual is available under help and we call it setup manual. So everything that we're going to start doing from now is in that manual available. So first of all, we're going to go to venue details, and that's basically your details of the venue. Your venue name, the street address, the town. You can add a postal address in there if you have one. It falls under Free State, South Africa. There's your telephone number. The main contact is Sonnet, and we don't display that anywhere. It's just for our internal purposes. So we'll only take instructions to change anything or to add a new user or give access from this person. So if Kitty or Alex contact support and say, please give me access to the full venue setup. Support will not respond. They will only look at the owner or the contact person instructions. Okay. The main email for the venue, the default email is that one. And then copy email, you can also set up another email here and tell the server to send a copy to this other email. So I don't know if you want to change it to your Gmail account maybe.
Yes, let's do that. Yeah.
So the server can send copies to you, that Gmail account.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's just a trading name. If the company name is different, we normally add it in there. For our own purposes, it doesn't display anywhere. We've got the owner listed as Annette Low, and there's your website. And you can also add your Facebook. I don't know, do you have a Facebook page?
Ja.
Can reduce the pages cut off.
Jou bladsy Henry is nou net afgesny. Ek weet nie, ons is so bloody stupid. Maybe it's this pop out.
Maybe.
Is it that one? That's it. Nee.
This one. Is this your Facebook page?
Yes, ja. Goshen Guest Farm.
Hey, do you have a Twitter account?
No.
Not. Okay. You can add, if you have a Twitter account later, you can add the link in there and also the LinkedIn account in there if you want to. The only way we can use this is through Venue Link. So that's the only purpose for this currently. Then you can also add a watermark to your invoices. So let's say, for instance, you want to add this logo
Ja.
as a watermark and you want to say faded with 20%. Say save, and then your invoices will look like this. Or quotes or all your documents will look like this. So it only stretches it over the page size. If it falls under A4, it will stretch it over A4.
Stunning.
Okay, so that's if you want to do it. Do you want me to leave it there or remove it?
No, leave it. It's beautiful.
Okay. All right. Okay, then pictures. So you can, if you go to your Facebook page, I should have stayed on there now. You can also add a banner in Q2B. And a banner is typically that what you will use on your Facebook page with your logo on. And then you can upload the banner on here.
Ja.
You can upload the icon, which is your tree, and upload your full logo. In the system, you can decide where you want to use what. We always use the banner on top of your online links. And your online links is these room links and your activity links. So if you add a banner in there, the banner will be there. Right. So that is your pictures.
Kan ons dit so nou doen?
Jy moet 'n banner design.
Okay. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to have a designed banner with your logo on.
Okay.
Okay, and then icon and a logo. Then these are your legend colors. These are our default. And legend colors meaning everywhere where you go on each screen, you'll see there's the legend colors. So it's the status of the booking. Gray is quote, pink is partially paid, green is paid, unpaid, completed unpaid, and a wait list. So these colors you can change in your venue setup to any color that you want to use. So if you don't like our default colors, it's easy. You click on there, you select the color and save. Okay. Then you're not VAT registered. Okay. There's no VAT number, no registration number, and you work in Rand. You can add your BE status in here if you want to.
Okay. Ek het okay.
This is only used in venue link search when they search for venues with a BE status, with an affidavit or level 4 or level 2.
Okay, I've got it somewhere. So
Okay.
I can
Yeah, you can just add it. You don't belong to TOMSA. Okay. So if you tick TOMSA, it will add 1% tourism levy to all your bookings, and you have to pay it over to TOMSA. That's a South African Tourism Business Council. Okay, then your bank details. So it's SLO, Discovery Bank. You don't know the branch name yet?
Santon.
Let's look for the SWIFT number.
Got it somewhere. 769.
I'll copy the generic one.
Okay.
Oh, bank number, that's SWIFT code. Right, your bank details, your branch code, and it's a transmission account.
Yep.
Yeah. Default times, check-in is 2 o'clock, check-out is 10 o'clock. Your rate level is on categories, so you will always generate everything on your categories, your resource categories, and that is your rooms are linked to categories. So if I can remember correctly, you've got the log cabins,
Family and friends, suites.
so you've got all these four river cabins and river suites. Okay, and this one as well. Okay, so a room is linked to a category, and your reservations and your rates and everything will go according to categories. There's no PDF you can ignore. A while ago, Google had a problem if you attach a PDF to an email, and then we added this in, and you can add a link to your email where it says download your document here, but they soon realized what they've done, so they removed it, so you can just ignore that. Then we get to your customer segmentation. So in a booking, if you can remember correctly, from last week or whenever we did the training, you can decide this booking, what group ID do I want to give it? Is it a wedding? Is it a corporate, family, or friends? Now, in the venue setup, we also say you can set up your defaults. So your default group, if you want to start at blank and force a user to select it, or if this is the most popular one, you can select that as a default, or just leave it blank.
Yeah, can we make that default group accommodation?
Okay, so let's just then add another one.
Thanks.
So customer groups. Go back to details. And then we can change it to accommodation. So this one says, if it's a default, by default, it will start with accommodation. And its accommodation will be a default as accommodation customer. For activities, we can actually do an activity one. Because now currently you don't have an activity customer group. Okay, and we'll make that one activities. Then your deposit is currently set up at a 50% deposit.
Yep.
Okay. The default revenue group for online is your accommodation revenue. So by default, if they book a room, it will go to accommodation revenue. And by default, if they book an activity, it will go to activities revenue.
Right.
Okay. You don't have David the prices.
No.
Okay. On your calendar, this main calendar, you can decide. On this main calendar, you can decide must your rooms display that it's booked or not.
Ja, asseblief.
Okay, so it will show there. So we've got it set up like that already. Let me just check if I now saved those changes. Yeah, no. Okay, so don't do what I do. I left without saving that. So you can select not to have it. If you don't want to use our feedback, you can tick it and you won't use our feedback. You're not going to use the sign in, sign out. Show customer name, I always tick.
Yes, yeah.
Then it shows the customer's first name, not just the last name. Call activity search, you're not going to use. And then don't show line items on activity voucher. So I selected that one for you because on the activity voucher, if they've got a horse riding, it will show all the quote lines on the voucher. Okay. I don't think for your business it would be.
Oh, I forgot to read through the indemnity form, Henriette. I just remember now. I'll do that.
Okay.
Sure, but
Yeah. Then also we've got an option where you can show your room description on every invoice. But if you don't have a room description in here, so let's go to Block River Caverns. That's your description. That's a bit long, so I won't suggest you select that option in your venue setup because every time you book out a room that falls under Lock River Caverns, they will add this description in the invoice. So the hotels like doing it, but I won't suggest it for your business. Because that will end up, the client will get a 6-pager. If he books 4 or 5 rooms, he will end up getting a 6-pager invoice. Right, then we can say exclude inquiry from availability and quotes. So there was an availability report, that one, that you could have sent to manually to a tour operator. So let's go back to that one. So if you want to see what's my availability from this date to that date, and I want to send the report to somebody, I can say show it in categories, on-screen print or export to Excel, show booked, include prices. I can do all those options. So in the venue setup, if you say exclude my quotes and inquiries, it will exclude it from the availability here. Okay. But I won't suggest for you guys to put it on, because you don't have a lot of space. So if you exclude your quotes and you already quoted a full family for
Yeah.
9 units, then it excludes it. They want to book it, then yeah. So hotels normally use it because they've got 250 rooms and they can play around and move the guests around. But for a small venue, I won't suggest that. Then the terms and conditions, I just said use your reference number for EFT payments. Once we set up your pay online payment account, I'll put a note in there to say, please click on the Pay Now button on your PDF to pay via debit or credit card or instant EFT.
Okay.
Okay. Then your closing note. So closing note on the booking, it's at the end of the booking. If I go to a booking and I leave that open, I think we can close these ones. Okay, so closing note, so you'll have your customer details, your line items, your bank details, and the closing note is in this section here.
Okay.
So at the end of the document, if you want to add more terms and conditions or add all your cancellation policies, I suggest that you add it into your closing note at the end of the document. Okay, then indemnity will add in here. As soon as we receive it from Sanet, we'll paste in the indemnity there. And then you can also decide on a room voucher, should you maybe deal with a travel operator, what do you want to have listed on your room voucher? Your full indemnity, your cancellation policy, etc. Because if there's a room on this booking, it creates an accommodation voucher. The tour operator will give it to the client. It shows all the lines with no revenue. And then under please note, you've got all your terms and conditions and indemnities and whatever. Because they will give it to the guest, but the guest will not know all the rules and regulations. They'll pitch up there with their 2 Great Danes, and you say, no, I don't allow dogs, I've got horses. They say, nowhere did the travel operator stated that we're not allowed to bring animals.
Okay.
Okay. So that's what you can add onto your room voucher. So most venues will have it in the terms and conditions here, or in the indemnity, and they'll also paste it on the room voucher, so they know we are non-smoking venue, no pets allowed, etc., etc.
Will you do that for me when I send the indemnity back?
Yeah, when you send that document, I will paste it in there for you as well. Okay, then we're going to get to email setup. So this is your current email setup if an inquiry is sent out, if a quote is sent out, if an invoice is sent out, a function sheet is mailed, a RSVP link, your registration link, feedback is sent, a ticker is sent, or a voucher is sent. And you'll see on these emails, that's what we call a variable field. You see it's got an ampersand, customer first name, ampersand. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a variable field. And what it means is the system will go and it will look for the customer's first name. And it will look for the customer's last name.
Okay.
You can change your wording to your own. You can also highlight this and you can put colors behind it. Let's say black, and I want to make the font white. You can do it that way as well. You can make it bold and you can make it italic as well. Okay, So everything that's got this little icon here, and on page 22 to 24 in that setup manual is all the variable fields that you can use in Q2B. So for instance, on the invoice we've got here, thank you for your booking. It's going to put the venue name automatically in there. Please find attached your invoice for your booking. It's going to put the event name in there, the start date and the end date for the customer. So the same applies here. Remember we did the pictures here, banner, icon and logo. You can also, there's variable fields. If you just want to use your logo here, you can just use the logo variable field in there. Please also just note, if you type in a variable field and you don't have a capital or you have a space in between here, the system will not be able to recognize the variable field and it will just add into the email banner, space, ampersand. Okay. Okay. So you can change your wording if you want to word your documents or your emails differently. All I suggest is always to leave that because it comes from a mail server so that they always know not to reply to the mail server. And there's all your emails. Then we get to the end here. There's your QR code for your accommodation. So Net, do you want me to send it to you or can you print it from your side?
Will you send it to me, please?
I'll send it to you in a PDF.
Okay, dankie.
Make a note, otherwise I forget at the end. Yeah, but you can always find it again. I always say to venues, laminate it, keep it in the front. They can use their own device to check in. They just scan the QR code and they check in. If you're going to set up an activity check-in as well, which I don't think it's necessary for you. You don't take somebody just for horse riding. They always sleep over with you.
Yeah.
Okay. So you already have an indemnity
Yes.
with all your rules. So I don't think you must do it twice. I don't think it's necessary because you're going to have one indemnity signed by the guest and done and dusted. What happens if a guest, let's say me and my partner, comes and sleeps there? We both signed the indemnity, but I only go on the horse and I fall off the horse. That indemnity that you're going to edit must have something in there about activities.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you must have a section in there. If you participate in any of our activities, you indemnify, blah, blah, blah. You must have that in.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Then the unsubscribe link, I think I showed you guys how it works.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've done that. See, my memory is bad, but not that bad. Then the payments is not set up yet. As soon as we get the approval from the bank, from PayFast, they normally send it to us and we'll complete the setup for you here and also notify you when it's activated. When you get on board from them, there's a few steps that I normally remind you, but there's a few steps that you have to do. You have to log into your PayFast account and activate your account. Okay. And then once that is activated, we complete the setup here. It takes us a few minutes. Okay, interfaces you currently don't have, but we also interface with our venue.com. That's a venue app that you can also sign up with them. They're a bit expensive and more for the bigger venues. We've also got point of sales currently integrated with Q2B. Should you later consider any point of sale. We also integrated with the bulk SMSs, like I said to you. You sign up with all telecoms, you buy your credits there, and they push your credits into Q2B. And as soon as your credits are finished or nearly finished on your SMSs, it can notify you that your SMSs are nearly finished. You go and buy more credits from them and they push your credits towards Q2B. That's only for the SMS functionality. Search options, you're in South Africa, Free State, Edinburgh. You can also come and add,
Bloemfontein, can we do?
yeah, you can add tag words in here. And you can say accommodation, horse riding,
Fishing,
fishing,
game farm.
game farm. What
Spa.
else?
Oh,
Yeah, spa. You also do, what did you call the river cruise?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes. Team building.
Mm-hmm.
What a conference.
Canoeing.
Yeah.
Ooh, let me just get that spelling. Sorry, I'm a bit OCD. Canoeing.
And what about picnics?
Yeah.
Conferences. Weekend getaway.
Okay. Fishing, we've got hiking.
Yeah. Bird viewing. En jy kan eintlik maar hunting ook daarin sit. Ons doen maar in die winter hunting.
Ek het gesien op hulle Facebook, op hulle website, ek nie geweet nie. Horse riding, spa. Let's do this as well. And that's in Venue Link, where you link up with others that can search by these tag words. River cruise, romantic picnic. Yeah, and you can add more if you want to. You're not star graded, so if you star graded, you can add it in there. You can also add your latitude and longitude in there should you wish to do so. This other page we're going to remove soon. We collated all this information for TBCSA, Tourism Business Council, but we're not doing it anymore. You don't have a set admin fee that you charge. Okay, and then we're getting to birthday service. So you can activate your birthday service. You say number of days before the birthday, let's say 30 days. You can create a voucher that we're still going to do, a ticket or a voucher, and you can add the birthday voucher in here. Or alternatively, you can just add a promo code in here and say book with this promo code and get a 10% discount. And you can add your book now links in here. I normally sommer go and do for a client. So that's if you want to activate it, you can go and activate it.
Hoeveel kos dit?
Nothing. It sends it out automatically.
Let's do it.
So they capture, what they do, they capture the date of birth in the client's check-in app, and then the system will automatically send them a happy birthday.
Yeah.
So 30 days. So currently we've got nothing set up for them. So I'm not going to activate it now. We're first going to do a voucher, and then we'll return back here to activate it and attach the voucher. Okay. And now they can book online. So let's do this one as well. Any words, you can insert a link on the word, and then the word becomes a hyperlink. And your accommodation link. So even for a wedding, you can also select the wedding date, active. So under booking, you can select here right at the bottom. You can select the date of the wedding. And the system can automatically send them a message, happy anniversary, please find attached the voucher, come and celebrate your anniversary with us.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
So we'll first set up the vouchers and then we'll come and reactivate these ones again. Okay, so you can set up an anniversary voucher and you can set up a birthday voucher, and the system will automatically go and look 30 days before their birthday, or you can do it 60 days, 90 days, 60 days before their anniversary, 30 days, and send them a happy anniversary with a voucher. It's inactive. Any questions on the venue details so far?
No.
Then we're getting to users. So Sanet, you're the venue administrator. Support is also, we also link in as the venue administrator. I'm about the only one that will use this login. If you contact support directly, they will log in on the back end of the venue and assist you. Okay. So the difference between a venue admin and a venue user. The venue admin has got rights to everything. Okay. A venue user will go in there. So like Alex, here's Alex, and he starts with the start view as a calendar, but he also wants to start on the reservation list or the all availability screen or the monthly accommodation screen. You can change it here for a user. Which view would he like to start on when he logs in?
I think maybe the reservation list so they can see what bookings we've got, because I'll be making the bookings and then booking.com, but they need to know when we are booked and when guests are arriving.
Okay, so I changed him now to the reservation list. Okay, and then Alex cannot give any discount and he can record payments. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I go back to Alex now and I go access, all the green ones, that's what he can do. All the white ones is what he can't do in the system. So you can also say filter to assigned, so that's everything he can do. All the functionality, and it's by default set up for a user, and unassigned. And that's what he can't do in the system. So let's say, for instance, you want to give access to payments report. So currently, Alex can see the list of payment. He can create a payment. He can edit a payment. He cannot delete a payment. He can print the receipt. He can mail the receipt. He cannot upload the payments, but he can, if you want to give him access to the payments report, you can just tick it, save, and then he's got access to it. Okay. Future payments, payments refund, you can decide what access can, anything in the system. So let's say reservation list. Okay, so there's all the reservation list. He can see the list, he can create a booking from there, he can copy, he can print, he can export details, he can edit, print the invoice, he can the accommodation voucher, you can see the accommodation voucher, you can delete the from the reservation list. You can add anything or remove anything from him. Okay. So currently in the default, a user will not have access to gift discount. So anything that you want him to do extra, you can come and add it to his profile. Okay. The same with Ketty. So what you can do Alex, and then you can come here to action, set as default. Then if you want to go to Katie, what you can do, you can say copy from Alex. So Alex is your default and you can copy from Alex. And then they've got the same rights and the same access. Okay. So this way around, the way you set it up, so only you will be able to access venue setup.
Yes, yeah.
Alex or Kitty will not be able to do it. Okay. Kitty, will she also start on the reservation list?
So, yes.
Okay. Okay. Then customer groups, so I added the two, but there's your customer groups. If you don't want to use one anymore, click on the dustbin. If you want to edit it, you can just click on the edit button and change it and say, you want to create more action, create new. Your revenue groups, so this is how we split your revenue: accommodation revenue, function revenue, activities revenue, meals revenue, spa revenue. So in a revenue category, if you open it up, if you set up the CRM, you can select the CRM profile to be used for accommodation revenue, and you can say, what is the feedback questions that I must use for this revenue group? So you can also set up different feedback questions for different revenue groups. Why did you ask us to do a meals? Do you only do catering and then book out food for a function or accommodation? Why is it a separate revenue category?
Meals.
Meals, yeah.
Breakfasts. So not, yeah, because we're not a bed and breakfast. So sometimes people only stay, sometimes they want breakfast and it's extra.
Okay, but I'll make this inactive and
Yeah.
I'll explain why.
Okay.
Because your main reservation
Is accommodation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here you can choose functions, etc. I'm going to take meals away.
Yes.
Okay, so that will be your accommodation, activities, functions, or spa. And I'm going to add it as a, I think I did, if I can remember correctly. There, food and beverage.
Yes.
Or I can call it meals if you want to.
Nee,
But,
food and beverage is reg.
yeah, so that's a second revenue split. So your first revenue is everything goes towards a function, and then you start splitting. This is food, this is activities, this is accommodation. Okay. So that's why your first revenue groups will now only be spa, activities, functions, and accommodation. I just want to double check if I added spa in here. I think I did. Yeah. Spa. Yeah. Okay. Close some of these windows. Okay, a revenue group you cannot delete. You can just make it inactive. So I made that one inactive now. Then we're going to go to reservation origin, and that's where all your bookings are coming from. So Airbnb, Facebook, Lekker Slaap, returning website, word of mouth.
Okay.
Okay. Another one in there for you. And that's
by Agoda ook. Ek gaan vandag by Agoda ook probeer registreer.
in eers Expedia.
Ja, in Expedia, dis die
Ja.
opsie.
Ja. Expedia kry meer bookings as Agoda.
Okay.
But hulle is sommer so lank op vir jou. So this is in a booking, if you get into a booking, where you can go and select where did this booking come from.
Okay.
and there's a report where you can draw all the origins from. And then you can see, although we're going to show it in that online booking section for you, you can also come and change it here in a booking. And then there's a report, so you can see eventually how many bookings are you getting from where. So that's all the origins, and all of it works the same. If you miss one, you want to add a new one, action create new. Very easy to do. Okay. Then resource categories. So now we're coming to your resource categories. So currently, I'm going to start with your activities. You just create a category by giving it a name, marking it as activity, save.
Okay.
Okay. Then those are all activities, they work the same. Rooms, overnight rooms are a bit different. So here's Lock River Cabins. You can say, if you don't want them to book it online, you can mark it inactive for online. So currently it will be online. Your rate type is per room per night. We always add 999 in there. Okay. And the reason for that is, should they go to, I think we did your rates up until next year, October. Should they come to next year, November, the system will only tell them unavailable rate, contact the office.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what the 999 is for. So that's why we always leave it in the category, because you don't do your rates in here, you're going to generate rates for a certain period.
Okay.
It's just so that they can't go and book for 2024 at this year's rates.
True. Okay.
Then the room can take 4, so these log cabins can take up to 4 people. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you see what I did? I did it a lot. There's little icons here. So I scrolled with my mouse and I didn't tap out of the section. Do you see it makes it less or more? So just be careful when you work in Q2B, there's little icons here. Sometimes we'll get a client that says the rate changed from 800 Rand to 799. It's these little scrollers here. Okay. Okay, and the room can take what? 4 adults?
Yeah, they can.
For adults. You don't have any child policies. Children don't pay less because you charge per room per night. You see there, I'm doing it again. Okay? You say per room per night. I don't care if it's children or adults.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Same laundry.
Yeah. Okay, and there's the description of these rooms. So what a client is going to see when he goes and he books online, he says find a room. That's where the information is that you've got there in the description. Okay. Then, so that description, you can come and edit it, save it, paste it in here. You can type it up in Word, paste it in plain text here. You can make it bold if you want to, etc.
Okay.
Then we're going to get to upload images. And there's the images that we uploaded. So I took those WhatsApp images, but I didn't know which ones belongs to which ones. Now also with these images, you can see they're all different sizes. So online, this is how a client will experience it. From a small to a big, I will go into the, you see, then it's going to do that for them online in the gallery. So I always say to the clients, go and do your own photos, make them all the same size. You can do a 10 by 10 centimeters or 12 by 5 or 10, and then come and upload all the correct sizes. If you don't want to use this image here, just click on the little cross. If you don't want to use that image there, click on the little cross. Now I want to use all these images, or maybe not this one, or let's remove this one as well. Right? And I want to sort them. I wanted to start with this photo, then go to this one, then that one, then that one. You can also sort them, and you can say, make this photo 1, make this photo 2, make this photo 3, and make this photo 4. Okay. Then you just go back to list, and now online, it will sort it in that way for client that you've selected. But Sonette, what I would suggest is go and make all your photos the same size.
On my laptop now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you know Canva, you can do it easily there.
Okay.
And then come and upload new photos here, and it's easy to upload. You go say choose file. You go to your photos, you add it, upload it, and you say image sorting, make that number 5. Save. Or at least all of them in landscape, or all of them in portrait.
Okay.
Okay, then you can also see all the rates generated on a category here. So there's all the rates. If you want to see the end date, just filter, it's up and down, ascending, descending. So we generated your rate up until 31 October next year. It's 1150 per night, and it's for room only rate. You want to see more than 10 on a page, you can see more than 10 on a page. So all the rates on that category is in here. All the minimum stays, should you generate minimum stays? So there's one I did just to test it. From the 16th to the 19th, I say the minimum stay, then it will automatically force the client to stay for a minimum of 2 nights. If you don't want the minimum stay anymore, you can just delete it. If it's been used already, it will not delete it. Okay? And that works the same with your river suites. Everything works the same. It's per room per night for 1, like up to 4 adults. There's the description we've got in there for photos. I thought, is this your river suites?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just do image sorting. So let's say that's number 1, number 2.
Nee, dis die lodges, dis die river, dis nie die river suites nie. Hierdie is die log cabins.
Okay, so
Dis log cabins hierdie.
ons het die foto's heeltemal verkeerd om. Okay, so hierdie cabins, se foto's is dan verkeerd.
Ja. Kyk, ja, dis daar, hierdie is 'n cabin, daai ene. Hierdie is vir funksies en die kombuisie is ook die log cabin se kombuis. Die river suite het nie 'n kombuis nie. Dis net soos 'n hotelkamer met 'n koffiestasie.
Okay. So out of these photos, which ones belongs to this category now? Where are we? Log River cabins. So which of these photos can I add to?
Log River cabins is daai baie, die kombuis ja en die kamer en die daai hierdie die snacks op die stoep.
Okay, hierdie kamer.
Yes.
Die kombuis.
Yes. En daai stoepie. Ja, daai een, ja.
Hierdie?
Ja, die badkamer. Ja, daai 2 badkamers. Ja, en die een met die gowns.
En hierdie?
Ook.
Ons los dan hierdie. Image sorting. En ons sê, daar is die mooiste foto, so ons sit hom as 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. And then I want to do the portrait ones as 5. No, that one. 5, 6, 7. Okay, then photos with the river suites.
Ek het nog nie so baie, ek dink ek het vir jou gestuur nie. Ek sal hulle maar oplaai.
Ek sê van die afval
Ja.
en die afval. Jy kan hulle maar net kom oplaai soos jy het.
Oh, ja. Ja.
En die afval. Die afval. Die ook nog nie afval. En sit ons is daar's nie foto hier van hulle nie.
Ek dink nie ek het vir jou deurgestuur nie, nee.
Okay, so jy kan maar net gaan byvoeg en bylaai. Want jy moet anyway nog 'n paar prentjies hier opsit vir jou
Ja.
online link. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and that is what your resource category. So each resource, meaning a room or activity, has got a category. Okay, and then you can also have a setup style. So what setups can you do in that manner? Square table, long table, round table.
Individual tables, long table, ons kan alles doen, so jy kan.
Long table, round tables?
Nee,
Yes.
we don't have a round table.
Good one.
Good
Why?
In the manner, yeah, that's just for, that's not
okay,
really,
all
so,
right,
Square
okay.
tables?
yeah.
Seating, any other seating arrangements that you can do?
Daar's 'n lounge. Lounge and fireplaces.
Yeah, but that is the
Yeah.
setup that you can do. If I book that manor out, okay, what is my setup that you're going to do for me? Long tables, square tables?
As the customer prefers.
Yeah. So which ones do you have available that the customer can select from?
Ek dink,
Only these two.
ja.
Right. So what you can do, I'll show you where the setup styles. You can add more, action, create new. You can also upload attachments. So we've uploaded your info sheet that we received from you. So if you want to, you can't remember what is this document you gave us, you can download it here and you can review the document again. Okay, and that's this info sheet that you've given us. Okay, you can change the name, you can choose a new file and upload a new file as well if you want to. And then I've also uploaded your indemnity form in here.
All right.
So which you won't use now anymore, but leave it on there. It's a safe place to keep your documents. Then now we are at resource categories. Now we're going to the resources. Remember I said every resource is linked to a category. So there is Goshen Manor that I added, but we didn't open a category for it. So now I can just go and I can say action create new. And that is the venue that you rent out for weddings, or that's where you host your weddings. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Just to create a category, add nothing into it. Go back to resources, and I'm going to go to that one first. So it's Goshen Manor. Okay, do you call it Goshen Manor or do you call it Goshen Manor venue?
Nee, just Goshen Manor. Maar
Okay,
dan is nog ene onder het ons 'n River Lapa wat mens ook net kan huur vir die aand.
okay, so we'll add it back. And it can take up to 70 guests.
Yes.
Okay.
Ja.
So that is not an online room, so you don't have to tick anything. I'm just going to link it to that category for now. Then you can say, what's the setup styles I can do in the system in it? Do I want to send the info sheet with? You can select any items that you want. If you book this out, it will automatically go out and it will give you those options to select the setup style when you book it, and you can automatically send that info sheet with if you want.
I think with the info sheet I must include, or another one we can put there is the directions from the N1.
Yeah, so you can go to upload attachments, directions, and upload the directions document and come and highlight it here. Yeah. So that's your manner. So you say you're missing another one. It is the
River.
River Lapa.
Yeah.
How many guests can that take?
How many guests do you think? About 50?
Yes, yes.
About
yes.
50. Yeah.
Okay. So just give it a new name. What's the setups that you can do in there, or you don't do any setups there? It's just a lapa.
Daar is net 'n lapa. Daar is what do you call those benches? You can say they benches. Oh yeah, we can say River Lapa with Boma. Actually, because like for the camps and the bachelors, they get the lapa and then they can use the boma. There's a lovely boma with fireplace there.
Okay, so it's Boma seating.
Yeah.
I'll go back to that one. No, you tell me now I didn't save that one. No, didn't change the name. Okay, River
Lapa.
Boma.
Yeah, yeah.
Lapa
with
and Boma.
yeah, and boma.
Okay, and it can take up to 50 people. Let's just change the color. And it belongs to a River Lapa. It's not an activity. That must come out. And the seating arrangement is that. Do you want to send the info sheet as well?
Ja, wat?
Okay. 50 River Lapa. So that's what we call normal venues. The system will see it as normal venues. Do you know the venue higher? Then I can set it up for you.
I think so. I think I'm going to ask them 9.95 per evening.
Because I've done this one for you for Goshen Manor. So we can do the same with the Lapa. River, Lapa, and Bauma,
Ja.
up to 50 packs. Okay, and 9
9.95.
is, ek moet daar kom bly, dis flipping goedkoop.
Ja, maar dis net die lapa, dan bly jy nog nie, né? Ek het nou net gedink as dit nie te duur nie, moet ek dit 500 maak, maar ek dink 9.95, alles is duurder.
Okay, so now I've linked it from your price list, and when you select it from the price list, you can automatically. So look here, if we go, so net I can going to play on your booking, yeah? Is it this your booking, hey? Yeah.
Die een is dit van
Yes,
lekker slaap
so net,
vrou. Ja,
maar hier's niks lyne op nie.
Okay, maar sy het klaar betaal deur lekker slaap. So ek het nie geweet hoe moet ek nou daar insit paid nie, want hulle moet nou nie weer vir haar invoice stuur nie.
Okay, maar jy moet 'n kamer vir haar uitboek. Hier's nie 'n kamer nie.
Okay, ja, jy sien ek oor line, okay. Ja, ek het nie geweet hoe om verder aan te gaan nie.
Okay, wat se kamer gee jy vir haar?
Levi.
En watter rate kan jy onthou?
Dis daai 1150, dit was lekker slaap.
Okay, vir een want jy vra per nag, né?
Ja, so dit maak nie saak nie.
So daar's die kamer nou eers uitgeboek.
Okay. So I took the I didn't know. Okay.
Okay.
Maar is paid.
En as jy payment wil capture, daarso op die kredietkaartjie, payment, en dan kan jy sê EFT, hoe het hulle jou betaal?
Deur lekker slaap.
Dan sê jy, dis EFT, dan kan jy lekker slaap se referensie insit.
Okay.
Okay, en jy kan create, en daar is dit nou op 0.
Ek het nie geweet hoe om aan te gaan nie. Okay, dankie.
Okay, en dan moet seker invoice nou, want jy het 'n payment gecapture. Okay. So let's play on a booking that we did already. I'm not gonna bother them to play around on that booking. So let's say I reinstate this booking. And now I want to book out the Lapa. So I can go create new, menu hire. I want to book out the Lapa for one. And they're going to use it from the 22nd or the 23rd from, let's say, 10 o'clock in the morning. And they're going to use it on the 23rd up until midnight. Okay, and what's the seating arrangement? You see, now I can select the seating arrangement. Save. I can do the same with Goshen. I can say venue hire, Goshen Manor. There's the full package in already. I can now say once and style. There's the setup now. So I can say long table, save. So, any questions? So if there's nothing here, there's no line items or nothing is booked out. All right. Okay. So that is your resources. So overnight room works a bit different. So venue is easy. It's easy to complete. There's no nothing about it. Let's do activity first. So I've got canoeing. It can take up to 50 people. You can change the color to whatever color you want it to be displayed. It belongs to the category canoeing. It's an activity. Okay, the minimum is 1 and it's for free. Is that correct?
Yeah.
You're not going to add anything on it?
Capacity can't be 50 want daar kan net 2 in die canoe pas. As jy nou
so,
capacity.
Ja, nee, maar capacity is hoeveel mense gaan jy toelaat vir canoeing op die rivier?
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's how many people can go in a day. So if they book the Lapa,
Alright, okay.
No, that's cool. Okay.
Fine.
Okie dokes.
It's free. So we didn't generate time slots for it because it's free of charge. Do you want them to book it?
Nee, hulle kan maar net aankom, but it's free of charge for residents only, nee. Dis nou
Ja.
nie jy kan nie van Bloem af deurkom en vir
Ja.
nie kom kind ons plaas nie.
Right? So wat ons kan doen is we can generate time slots for it. And we can say for canoeing up until next October. And you can do it per hour. So what time do you open for the river for guests to go and canoe? Anytime.
Of any time, and some of them want to watch the sunrise on the river. Ons gee nie om nie, dit is maar daar.
So this is how you will open up time slots. For them to be able to book. If you want to know that they're on the river. But if you're not going to take online bookings for it, or let the guests book themselves for it, then I would suggest just to leave it with no time slots.
I think first come, first serve.
Good. So must I generate time slots for it now, or is it going to
Yeah.
just say it's free of charge for residents only? You don't want them actually to book for it.
Yeah, because someone's going to book and someone's not going to book and take the canoes. Then the one who booked is going to be very upset and shout at Alex. So let's just not
Yeah. How many canoes do you have?
do.
2. The system
Yeah.
can manage those canoes
Ach nee, wat?
so that you don't overbook the canoes.
No, we don't book the canoes. They can just, if it's there, use it.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to generate rates then for it because you will actually not manage it. That's normally what happens to free ones. It's there. People can use it as and when they want to. Okay. So which ones are you paying?
The
Fishing is free.
For-
Hiking is free. Horse
Yeah.
riding. Horse riding you're
is
paying.
the cruises. Yeah.
So horse riding, there's the activity name. You can the capacity is free. It falls under horse riding. It's activity 1. It's 150 per person, and the duration is 1.5 hours. There's the description. We've added the photo up here.
Cool.
I've added that horse photo that I got from you here, which you can also change. The same with rooms. And then we generated time slots for you. So that is how a activity works. Not difficult, I think. A room works differently. The minute I tick it as an overnight room, it opens up with everything that I require. So this room's name is Levi. My grandson is also Levi. So maybe if I come and visit, I'll stay in that room. Okay, the capacity is 4. That's the color. It belongs to Log River Cabins. It works per room per night. The 999 applies here as well. There's no description in here because it's under category. There's no photos in here because it's under category already. Okay.
Cool.
So you've got rooms, activities. You don't have returnable inventory items like a cot.
No.
Or something that you rent out that I must return. No. So if you by mistake, the pen is the edit little thing. That is a copy. If I say copy, like I did previously, it copies that exact resource, and then the system will think you've got 2. So if I by mistake copy Levi, it will say to the system, oh, now you've got 2 Levi rooms, and you'll get overbooked. Okay, so be very careful especially Sanette, because she's got to log into the side of that little icon.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
This is a duplicate.
Yeah, it makes a duplicate of the resource. You cannot delete the resource because we keep an order trail in Q2B. You can only make it inactive. So here, inactive for online bookings. So they cannot book it online. I'm going to mark it inactive. If I make it inactive there as well, you will also not be able to see it. So you guys must quickly help me. Which other ones are the free ones?
Free is fishing, hiking.
Okay, fishing is inactive for online bookings. And hiking. Because people don't need to book.
No, even game viewing. Ek weet nie of ons game viewing daarop het nie, maar ja, that's obviously
Fishing.
That's good.
That is gonna ban.
So fishing, hiking is free. Horse riding, there's a charge. Mani and Petty, there's no time slots and there's no price in it.
Yeah, I'll prefer them to book with me because ek moet uitvind vir hulle sauna, vir hulle gel fillet. It's better to just book with me.
Okay, so it's inactive for online bookings. Massages.
Ook book with me.
Okay, so inactive for online bookings. And river cruise, they pay, so that one can stay. And romantic picnics, they pay, and we fix the price. Okay, so you can still in here come and type up what is included in this picnic menu or the basket or whatever. Okay. Because normally people would want to know what are they getting for this.
Yeah.
So like a picnic setup with a full basket. Yeah, like we've done here, gourmet picnic basket.
Yeah.
But normally they will put on the full menu that's included in the basket.
Okay. I'll do it.
Okay. And that's your resources. It's not difficult. If you hate the colors they use, you can change it to your own colors that you want to use. Okay. We select randomly when we upload it in the back end. Okay. But if you don't like the colors, you're welcome to change it. So you just click on the pencil and you can change it to any color that you want to. And that's only for internal use on the calendar. But this, the system selects random colors, sometimes very funny colors. Yeah. Okay, pools. So I didn't create any pools. You only use the free horses on that one activity. Am I correct for that? You've only got one horse riding. Okay. So if you want to offer horse riding half a day or horse riding full day, the system can manage it by all free activities and manage that there's only free horses. So if they booked out for that time slot, it will close up the other time slots on the other activities. Okay. So when you get there, you're welcome to use it. So let's quickly take a 10-minute toilet break and then we're going to do promo codes.
Dankie.
Okay.
Fitina imani kale kunja. Tiukumba kuja ugeti kuja. Nkomwedi mapita panopa. Ndara wasangarara sana yambekezera kuti akhoza kutipeza kukonference yekumene kucha.
Iye wasangarara. Yeah. Ndipange chani. That means to say day on. Mara sitting kaponye malaya moja. Mashine zipanga. Chifukwa kuti ukaposta mawa.
Wakagona.
Akuro chupika maya ndikami. Apa ngwaka kuna ntao nesekuisana.
Tichita bwino bwanji. Tichiteko zinthu zathu pano.
Ati ndingopanga ndione ngati alipo ndingoziponya mashini ngesazifuna. Suitcase.
Just leave it. I've already packed this for tomorrow.
Okay, there's no little one.
I'll put it in the
This one, I want to take this or
no. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. I'm stressing out while we're on the break. Let me quickly fix that flipping booking.com discount. What is that?
Oh,
now?
that one for 90 what? 96?
Crazy.
Very crazy.
Oh, this carpet smells terrible. I get a headache from this pee on the carpet.
Oh,
And they
for the dogs.
And they want to charge me 9,000 rand for that pipe and the missing.
Pipe. Yo, is that not a price for a new machine?
Yeah, the new machine is apparently 22,000.
Hey. No,
yeah, I can't do that.
Hey, 22, that's too much.
Right plans.
As jy reg gespeel maar net vir my sê.
Okay, ek's net hier besig gou met booking.com om hierdie flipping goed te verander.
Dis nogal niks. Daar's dit.
Maar dit is nou hierdie hulle sê soos monthly rate occupancy price, dan wil hulle nou discounts gee soos hulle wil.
Nee.
Nee, en wat is die ander ding waar ek moet sê?
Genius.
Genius.
Nee, daai tik nie. Ek weet nie waar jy dit kry nie, maar dis iewers daar nie waar jy kan sê ja.
Okay, Genius en wat is die ander ding? Genius en
derived rates.
Derived rates. Okay, maar ek sal later weer aangaan met dit. Kom ons gaan weer terug na jou. Okay, hier's ek. Nee. Ag nee, waar is jy nou? Hierso. Moet ek nou weer van voor af dit download? Nou sê my ding ek moet dit weer van voor af download.
Wat? Download.
Die nee, hier is ons. Okay, ek's terug. Hier is ons.
Okay. So promo codes. So promo codes in Q2B, you can set up, you can advertise on social media, on any platform, and say book now with this promo code and get this discount. Okay. And promo codes works like this. Action, create new. So let's make a 10% discount promo code for you. So that's the promo code. That's the description. 10% discount on accommodation. Okay. You can leave a note in here. Why did you do the discount, or why do you apply the discount? Let's say it's a Black Friday dates and whatever. You can make your own note in there. So let's say you can do reservations from yesterday up until when do you want the promo? Not in peak season, up until in November. Okay. So you can advertise and say book now up until 10 November and get a 10% discount using this promo code. Okay. Have you ever used specials or promo codes?
Nou, ek vra min genoeg.
Okay. And then you can say the code can only be used from today, or what's today? The 19th. So let's say from yesterday, the 9 o'clock, up until November.
Maybe we can do a promo code in the weeks.
Yeah.
Because the weekends we are usually booked, but we can give them a 10% discount in the week rate.
So you can say
Tuesday
mid,
to Thursday. Yeah.
mid discount. So that's your promo code they must use.
Yeah.
And 10% discount mid-week on accommodation. Okay? So now you say, okay, like the reservations can be from the 17th up until November the 30th. You can use the code from today, from yesterday, 9 o'clock, up until 30th November, 12 o'clock at night. Okay, to book. It can only be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and a Thursday.
Not a Monday, because Monday we do the laundry of the weekend.
Okay, so only from a Tuesday, a Wednesday, or Thursday. So when you advertise, you have to specify it as well to a customer. You have to say, book now with this promo code from Tuesday to Thursday and get 10% discount. Okay. This is how many times you want to sell this promo code. So let's say you'll give out 100. Okay. So on your advertising, you can also say, book now from Tuesday to Thursday with this promo code to get a 10% discount, limited space available. Okay. So if there was 100 promo codes used, it will expire and then there will be no promo codes available anymore. So we said they're getting 10%. So then the application, once per item, means per item that they book, they will get a 10% discount. Once per order on the total of the invoice. So if your invoice includes breakfast, they will also get 10% on the breakfast. Okay? Per person or one item only on one room. Okay. So I will rather make it per person that's booking, or I will rather make it once per item.
Yes.
Okay. Fixed amount, percentage, quantity, discount. So let's do this one now. A percentage, 10%, and they have to book a minimum of one item. So it means I have to at least book one item to get this discount. And then to which department are you going to give this discount to? Accommodation.
Yeah.
Which rooms does it apply to? That's a room. That's a room. A room. A room. A room. Room. So it will apply to only your overnight rooms. Right. So now let's test it. So if they go online and they book online and they say, I want a room from here to here, okay? I say fine. And they want, is this now on overnight room? Mark it online. Goshen. Oh, maybe it's because I'm logged in. Yeah. Okay. So now I say I want to book this room. Where is this room's name now? Oh, River Suite. I want to add it to my reservation. You see here, I can apply the promo code that you advertised, and it will automatically say you're getting 99.50 off. Okay. And I go next. So they can apply that promo code online and they can book online. And the booking will look like this. It will book out a room for me and it will apply the discount with the description in there. And then the report, the management report, you can also go promo code usage. And then at the end, you can pull a report and see how many times that you sell that promo code. So you can use it for Black Fridays, you can use it for Valentine specials, midweek specials, etc., etc. So it will give you the code, the reservation, and it will say it was item 10 on the reservation. It is room 1 quantity, what dates did I sell it, and it will give you a unit price, the amount, and then a promo discount for 2 guests. Any questions?
No.
Not. Right, so I'm going to make another one for you. Create you. And you can also, let me go back with that one. You can also use that promo code internally. Let's say you book for the client. They phone you and you book that out. Do you see here there's also a promo code? And I paste that promo code in here. It will also automatically apply to that room. So internally, you can also use that. Now I've typed in twice. Internally, you can also use that promo code. Okay. Let's leave that booking open while we're working. So the promo code report will show you how many times that you sell that promo code. You can also set up a promo code to say book 3, get 1. And you can make your promo code long, short. Book 3 nights and get 1 night free. Okay, once again, I can change it to whenever, however, up until where can they book. Let's do this one as well, like that. And they cannot book with these promo codes until you advertise it. Okay. And let's say they can book also midweeks. Okay. And now he's saying, we say once per item, it's a quantity discount. You have to book a minimum of 3 nights and get 1 discounted. Which department is the discount going towards? Accommodation. Which rooms do it apply to? Let's say it only applies to these rooms.
Yeah, I think so. Room 1
You
to
can
10.
also do it that way. This is going nowhere until you advertise it. Okay. So I'm going to come back here. The application can be once per item that you book, once per order on the full invoice, per person, or 1 item only. Okay? So if you say 1 item only on 1 room, they'll get an extra night free. It can apply a fixed amount, a percentage, a quantity discount, is what we've done now. Book free, get 1 night free. Okay. Or you can say per unit percentage or per unit a fixed amount that you book. Please do not click on auto apply. If you click on auto apply, all the bookings that comes through from that date to that date, the discount will auto apply to all the bookings. And if you want to delete the promo code, you can delete the promo code. But it's going nowhere and it's not working until you advertise and use these promo codes. Okay. Okay, then we're getting to rate categories. You only have 1 rate category, and that's room only. This is your department split. So you say whatever revenue I'm making out of it, it must go to accommodation. Okay, because it's only the room. Any questions on that?
No.
Right. Then the rate generator, I think I did show you in all availability where you can generate rates. So you can go to Lock River Cabins, my room only rate from this date to that date. My rate is, what is it now currently? 1150. Yeah, I think we did it because you said the rates are incorrect and then we changed it. So let's say you want to make it 12. The minute I click add, it will update the rate until 30 November.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So you can do it either that way. I like doing it this way, and also stay requirements. If I say for this room, from this date to that date, whatever date you want to choose, you have to stay a minimum of 2 nights. So add, it will automatically add a minimum 2 nights stay. Full stay means you have to stay that full period with me. So if I selected, let's say a long weekend.
Okay.
This is a long weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And I select full stay, it means you have to stay the full period with me. Close, I want to close up the room. So let's say, for instance, I want to do it by room, and Ephraim's got a problem. And I'm going to close it from today up until next week, the 26th, because the geyser is leaking or something. And I click on close, immediately it will close. And I say close or add that minimum stay, it will close up the room and nobody will be able to book it.
Okay.
Okay. So full stay means the full period, and close means I'm closing the room so nobody can book it.
Mm.
We've also got it here. This is still the old way they used to do it, and you can decide whichever way you want to do it. Both works.
Okay.
You just don't remove the old ones because the old customers are used to this way. So here I can also say for my Lock River cabins, from that date to whichever date I want to, room only rate, I want to apply this rate. Yeah, I just have to type it in on every day. You can also make your weekends more expensive if you want to. Okay, so you say my Lock River cabin rooms, it's per room per night, so it only wants one rate. It doesn't worry about if there's 2 people, if there's 3 people, if there's a child, if there's a pensioner. It only says, I want one rate. I don't care how many people are sleeping in there. You can sleep up to 4 people, but that's what I want. The minute I click on generate here, it will generate and update the rate in that period.
Where's generate now? Where's that?
Here at the bottom. Can you see it?
Maybe down.
Okay.
Okay.
So for now, I'm just going to clear. The same with River Suites. I can type in here. I can even change my weekend rate. I can even make my Sunday less. And I click on generate. It will automatically update the rate with the dates that I've selected and the rate category that I selected. So whichever way you prefer. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Skip the step. Please don't use this step. And step 4. Okay. This is, you have to be very advanced not to make mistakes. I want to actually remove it because some of the clients think they can use it and we are using it, but they use it incorrectly and then they adjust their rate with 100% extra.
Yeah. Okay. No, thank you.
So please don't even look at this corner. So step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Okay, then you get cut-off times in Q2B. So a lot of venues say, I don't want to get bookings after 12 o'clock in the day. You can generate those closing times. So you can say action, create new for my Lock River cabins and my River Suites. From this date up until that date, my cut-off time is 12 o'clock. So after 12, the rooms will close up and nobody can just book. I'm on my way to Bloemfontein. My car breaks down. I'm trying to book with you. I won't be able to book after 12.
Is that good enough time for you guys?
Do you understand what is cut-off times? It will close up. It's a lot of venues on the farm. They don't want to get just random people or people that just want to book in.
At night.
Yeah.
I'm on my way. Yeah, that's good. Save that one.
Okay, so up until where do you want me to generate? At least for a year.
At least.
Okay. So only your accommodation, nobody will be able to book. Your cut-off time will be 12 o'clock on the same day. Bookings. Oh, the dates can't be in the past. Fine. And there you go.
Okay.
So as from tomorrow, 12 o'clock, the rooms will close up and people can't just randomly book on the same day after 12 o'clock. Stay requirements, the same that I did in all availability. I just like this new. For me, it's quicker. It's less clicks. Okay. The same applies here, which you can do. And you can say, I want to generate for my categories. Okay. And you can say for my room only rate, for my Lock River cabins, and what is the other one? River Suites. Okay. Now, let's say, for instance, you want to do weekends, only for the year. So from a Friday to a Saturday or Sunday? Or do you make it until Saturday? From this date up until whenever you want to. Okay? You have to stay a minimum of 2 nights. So let's say I do a full year. Okay? So from a Friday to a Saturday, from this date to that date, you have to stay a minimum of 2 nights with me. Okay, so it's over a weekend. Insert periods. There is all the weekends up until end October, and you say generate. It will force the client to book 2 nights over a weekend.
Ma, I don't want to do that because we get over December, we often get people
Yeah.
sleeping over from Cape Town just for
Yeah.
one night. I'll
So-
take the one night, then nothing.
Yeah, so that's why I'm not generating. I'm just showing you if you want to put all your weekends on a minimum stay. Or let's say, for instance, if it's so this is if you want to create periods like full weekends or whatever. All right, or midweeks. You only take minimum stay in midweeks. Then you'll have from a Monday to a Thursday. Then you'll insert periods and it will bring up the midweeks for you. Okay. So let's say, for instance, there's a long weekend. This is a long weekend from that date to that date. Then I want you to stay a minimum of 2 nights with me.
That's actually right. Yeah, that's a good werk.
Okay. Then you can generate a long weekend. You can add another long weekend. Let's say, for instance, this is a long weekend. You have to stay a minimum of 2 nights with me.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. You can also, so let's say clear. And let's go back. I want to close a room just the way that I did it now. And Levi, and I say room only, Levi, the geyser is leaking. And I want to close the room. Set, generate. It will close up the room. And nobody will be able to book it during that period. So you see why I like just to do it from this screen? Because it's just quicker. This is still the old rate generator, but as soon as we remove it, we get every Tannie and Yanni that phones from every town and complains because they're so used to it for 7 years, they've been using it the old way.
So we want to use all availability. What was you now?
It's just faster. Yeah, all availability. The users won't have access to change rates or stay requirements, but the administrator will have rights.
Yeah.
This is just easier for me. I
Yeah.
select the river suites. I say room only. From this time to that time, you have to stay on a weekend, Friday and Saturday. Minimum 2 nights. Add, boom, done. I don't have to do all those periods and generation and all of that. Okay, so it's just less steps. Okay, then facilitators is for the activities. So where you can add facilitators' names in. Okay, and who facilitates the people on the horses?
Wells.
Like that.
Yeah.
So now in the activity monitor, Amanda, I showed you, if there's a booking, you can immediately come and add a facilitator's name in there. You can create a login for Wells and he can see where he's booked, or you can just print him the list wherever he's booked, on whatever he's booking. There's bookings for. Oh. So that is what facilitator is, and you can add more ones. You can say action, create new, give it a name, and add more facilitators. Price list group, I think we've added all your stuff as add-on extras list. So we just created the list name. And you remember all those add-ons that you can book online will compile to that list. All these items, let me just refresh your memory. So all these items, if I select them, they will compile to the extra list. Okay, so what you will do, you'll print your check-in report, or you'll have a look at your who's checking in today. You will have your extra list and you'll say print me the list from that date to that date. Summarize it by day. And all the extras that was booked and paid for will come up here. Okay, so that's what we call in the setup a price list group. So all your price list items combines to this group. Okay, then here's your price list. So we've got currently on for you Goshen Manor, venue hire Goshen Manor, full farm breakfast, your wood, your charcoal, your ice, your firelighters, and your venue hire for the lapa.
Is 120, nee, nie 220 nie.
Breakfast.
Ja, 120. Ja.
Okay. So there's your list. So what you can do with this list, like I did now, click on the pencil, change the amount. It compiles to the add-on extra list, the price list group, add-on extra list. It's online available with accommodation. Save. Here, your venue hire, 4,000 Rand. It books out that resource, and there's all the things that's included in the package for that venue hire. Okay. This is the department breakdown. So yeah, what goes to venue hire, what goes to which department? We've done this already. Okay. But you can also export your list to Excel if you prefer working in Excel. Just want to quickly see who's beeping in my ear here. We've got booked until 1. I don't have it.
Oh, 3 hours today, 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a double booking and somebody's beeping in my ear here for a meeting. So good luck to them. Okay, so I can export it to Excel. The system already gave me the ID. You don't have to worry about that ID. Don't remove that ID. I can change the price here. It's this is the resource that it's going to book out. That's the group extra list that it belongs to. And false means it's not available online. True means it's available with accommodation extras online. There's the packages and there's the department split. So let's put on Coke here. Coke free 40 mils. Okay? And I say I'm charging you 20 Rand a Coke. It's all I have to do, and I have to drag that down because it's not available online. Then I can say, in the system, I can say it belongs to food and beverage. And what is the value of it? 20 Rand. I can add, let's say, still water, 200 mils. It's 25 Rand. It's not available. So I can work in Excel. I can make all the changes in Excel. And who does it belong to? Food and bev. Food and bev. Okay? And the value is 25 Rand to that department. Now I can go and say, okay, I've done all my work on my spreadsheet. Save as. Just want to put it under your folder in the cloud. Poppos is 'n weer lysie somewhere. I've tried so many venues this week. I don't know who I've gone so far and with what. So normally I only take 2 venues per week. But this week was a bit crazy. Okay, and I can close and then I go back to Q2B. Now I want to bring that Coke and still water in here. So I go upload, action, upload, choose file. I go and get the file. Price list. Where is it now? Price list and upload. And there's my Coke and still water. And it's already broken down to the department food and beverage. So Netta, I don't know if you prefer working in Excel or if you want to do one by one here, you can. And you say a 500 ml still water.
Okay, ja. Ag, ek sal kyk wat
Yeah, it's 50 Rand. It's online. No, it's not online. And it's 50 Rand. Then you have to do that. And then you have to come here. And then you have to say action, create a department. It goes to food and beverage, 50 bucks. So for me, I prefer working in Excel. I don't like working in here. I do it in Excel and I upload it from there. Okay. So I'm going to delete. I selected this free and I say delete selected. And there's your items back again. So you can, every time you go and export to Excel and upload, you can adjust your prices all one by one. So for you, you're small and you've only got these few items, but you can imagine the venues with all the, they've got 2,000 items on their price list. Okay. Becomes quite difficult to update it here. It's better to work in Excel. Okay. Then let me show you function sheets. I don't know if are you interested to use the online function sheets?
as iemand soos 'n troue of 'n funksie
Ja.
online boek, nee, dis
Ja.
beter om dit met my te doen. Nee,
Okay.
weet nie.
So I can did skip. If you one day interested to use it, then we can arrange a half an hour meeting and I'll quickly show you how to do it. Okay, I don't want to waste your time with stuff that you're not going to use. Okay, feedback profiles. So I've set up the feedback for you with default questions. How likely would you recommend our venue to your friends, family and friends? How would you rate our staff's friendliness and helpfulness? How would you rate your overall experience with us? If you want...
Can we put one more?
Yeah.
Cleanliness.
Moes kyk net of my spelling en grammar reg is vir die dag. Okay, so there's another question. Let's say, for instance, you want to edit my question. You can edit it and change it. Or you don't want to ask it anymore. Click on the dustbin. Are you sure? Yes. You want to ask it again? Click on the little arrow. Do you want to restore it? Are you sure? Yes. Okay, and now your feedback will go out with these 4 questions to your guests. Okay, then venue link setup. So this is where you can link. Unfortunately, we don't have other venues in Edinburgh yet. but you can link up. I'm going to link up with you. You can go by area as well. So let's say venue search. I want to search Free State. I want to search for Bloemfontein. And Camp Unity is open for venue link.
Okay.
Okay. Or you can go action, create new. And you can go and say, I want to create a venue link with the amazing. And that's my demo. Okay. So now you can say, I want to create a venue link. And if you hate the person and they stop paying you your commissions that's due to you, or you have a broken relationship with them, you can mark them inactive. You can book accommodation for each other. You can book activities. So now you say, you, the amazing all-in-one venue, you can do accommodation and activity bookings for me. I will give you a percentage of 5% per booking that you do for me on my room-only rate. For activities, I'll give you a fixed amount of 10 Rand per activity. Save, and there the link is created. But on my venue side, I also have to go and open the link with Goshen guest form. Otherwise, it will not work. Okay.
Okay.
I just want to take these commissions off because we do a connection with you, but we don't charge you commissions. So sometimes I'll just go, we'll have a query and I'll go and book somebody that we don't charge commissions. Okay. So it allows people in a certain area to book with each other in venue link. And if I go and open my link with you, I'll be here and you'll be able to book for me and I'll be able to book for you. Okay, so that is what that venue link. You won't benefit a lot out of it now because you're the only ones in that area. But maybe we can grow in your area and then you can link up with other people. This is where the question is. This is where I set up your quick check-in app. Okay, I've used that image. Like I said to you, it pixelates a bit, but not one of your photos are high definition. So I couldn't change it to another photo.
Yeah,
This
so
is,
this weekend
yeah.
I'll work with photos.
So this is your questions. You can see it's very complicated. It works with a flowchart. Now, I don't know, Sanet, if you know flowcharts. Okay. So if you want any changes in your check-in app, rather contact me or mail our support and say, please, can you add this question for me or remove this question for me? Okay. Because if you don't know flowchart and you make one mistake here, the check-in app will not work. So just to explain a bit of flowchart, I start with this question. So it says welcome to, and then it says if I say true or false, it will go to the next question, and that's question 20. Yeah, please agree. If I agree, I go to 50. If I don't agree to the indemnity, I go to number 100, which will tell me if you do not agree to indemnity, unfortunately, we will not be able to host you. But if you do one mistake and the follow is not correct, the check-in app will stop working. Okay.
Yeah, we're not going to circle with that.
So rather
Yeah.
ask us, in all our, we've got 1,586 venues. And in all this time, there's only 2 people that could manage their own check-in app. So it is complicated. So this is what your check-in app will look like. This photo is not too bad, but if you can get a high definition photo, like a 3 megabyte photo, it will look better. Now, this is what the check-in app will work like. Okay, and even if they scan the QR code, they will come to this. They can add their date of birth in here. They can say, this is my date of birth. Next. And then we just say, welcome to Goshen Guest Farm. Please take a few minutes to complete our electronic check-in. They go next. Please read and agree to our terms and conditions and click on agree. So your indemnity, I'm going to post in here in this section. I agree. I sign. I take a photo. I'm not looking good today, guys. I never look good when I work online. Okay, and then we just say thank you for completing our check-in app. Enjoy your stay with us. Finish. And it will show you 1 out of the 2 guests have checked in. So who's ever sleeping with me, they didn't complete the check-in app. And the rule of South Africa is the following, and you should know this. If, for instance, my partner doesn't complete your check-in app, and he doesn't go this way, and he doesn't complete this check-in app, and you don't have his signed indemnity, okay, and he goes out and he's never checked in. Let's say, for instance, he falls off a horse, and 2 months later his lawyer writes you a letter and say, oh, he spent R1 million on operations, he got injuries at your venue, and he fell off a horse, and they say, and you say, no, but they signed indemnity, and you go to my booking, and now you're looking for my partner's indemnity. And we had this before the venue, so that's why I'm mentioning it to you. So there's Henriette. There's a signed indemnity. It will have your full indemnity in here with a signature. You will have all the questions and answers, and you will have an ID photo. Okay? Now, if, for instance, my partner got injured, and you don't have this, the first thing the lawyer is going to ask you, and you say, oops, he never completed the indemnity and I don't have a signed indemnity. Guess what? You're going to be liable for all those costs. Okay, so we had an instance of a client last year, November, where their dog on the farm bit a guest. And only a husband signed the indemnity. The wife never did. And the wife got bitten, and they were liable for all those costs.
Okay.
Okay. So it's very important that you make sure that all your guests sign in. You can either check it from here, and you can say, oh, Henriette, sorry, your boyfriend for the weekend didn't complete the check-in app. Please can you make you do so, or your husband or your child or whatever. You have to get them all, must be all from this list. If they complete it, they will drop down from the list and you know they've checked in. You can also, on your check-in report, it shows you who's checked in and what time that they check in. But please get an indemnity signed by each guest that sleeps with you and stays over with you. It's very, very important. So you see, there's the check-in. It records everything for you that gets done on the booking. But if I want to check in and I want to quickly see, oh, so Henriette is here with somebody, and that somebody haven't completed this yet. Please force them to complete it, just to cover yourself, especially because you've got water there, you've got a river there, you've got activities there. It's quite dangerous activities. You know, we also had a venue 2 years ago, just before COVID, 3 years ago, where a child was drowned and they had no indemnity and they were in for millions. Okay. So please make sure that all your guests signs the indemnity, just to cover your ass. Okay. Especially today, a lot of things happen. People do take chances. They get a spider bite. They say they got it from your venue, and they say they do that, and they sue you. And if you don't have a signed indemnity, you're basically screwed.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. That is the most important thing of the whole day.
Yeah.
Very important.
So
Henry, het ek nog nie daai QR code ontvang nie. Het jy dit vir my
ek het hom nog nie gestuur nie. Nee, ek sal nou stuur vir jou. Okay, so the question is, don't bother. If you want anything changed, we'll change it for you. Your questionnaire means it's your check-in app questions that's set up. But you can easily check it here. And you as a user, if you want to go back from the screen, click on the icon there and it will take you back to the menu. Okay. All right. Then we at gate reasons. You're not going to use the gate app.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm going to go to departments. And then we're nearly there. I don't think we're even going to do another 3 hours. Okay, so here's all your departments. So let's say action, find missing priceless items. So you see, here's the one that I added now. So, I didn't allocate. Where must this money go towards? Venue hire, save. Now look at my management report, and I want to do this for you. And I'm going to add a miscellaneous item in here, and I'm going to say Coke. Coke, 340, and it's 1, and you're charging me $50. I'm not going to allocate a department.
Mm.
So at the end of the month, Sanette comes to the period revenue. She says, what did we do for October, guys? She comes here. She calculates the whole month. So, Sanette, I will rather keep a few hours left over and not keep you busy. And then maybe in a week or 2 time, you say, Henriette, listen, my mouses are running around in my head. Let's quickly go online and just revise this and this.
I want to just play with it a bit and
Yeah.
do it, and then I'll have more questions. And now
Yeah.
kyk net so.
So that's what I would rather do with you guys. Okay. So look, now it calculates the full October for me. Lekker. Okay. So now what I do is next, and I say action, health check. And a health check will check all the items that was booked out over that month and it wasn't allocated to a revenue department. Okay. So yeah, reservation item with no department. Coke. Edit. So where do I want to put that Coke? Food. It will force you to go back and fix it. Okay. And I could actually just go back here. Activity. It's not allocated and it will force me to go and get a department. I'm doing it now for you to make your life easier for the next time around. Okay. And there's no amount in, that's why. Spar, save. The value must be more than 1. So that's where we're going to have a bit of problems with yours because it's set up with a manual period set up with no value to it. So you can maybe just always ignore that one if you see it.
Yeah.
Canoeing's got no value, fishing's got no value, hiking. So it will maybe always pop up, but you cannot allocate revenue with a 0 value. Okay. And then I fixed my whole month, and then I can export it to Excel if I want to. Now my whole month is fixed. I've got all my departments, and now I can export my full month to Excel and do my final. How much did I invoice? What's my revenue for the month? But it will, on that health check, it will tell you this item you added and it wasn't allocated. Okay. Otherwise, you'll have unallocated items and you won't know. Was it food? What was it? What did I do here? So you see here the discounts that we applied. The 2 promo codes, it shows as extra as a minus. Right. And there's your full month that you saw on screen. There's it in Excel for you. Any questions?
No.
Not so far, yeah.
Not
I
so
think
far.
we must
Yeah.
use it.
So I'm going to put my bookings in deleted status again. But you can go back to them if you want to go and check again what did this crazy woman do again on that booking and that booking. You can go back to it and I'll show you how again. I'm going to put it in deleted status. Now there's your active bookings. So let's say you want to go and see what we've done. You go to reservation list, delete it. Remember, it will never go off the system. It stays there forever. You can come back here and you can go and see, oh, now I can remember how she did it, what she did, whatever you want to go back to it. Okay. I didn't add that Coke now to your price list, though. No. So I think what you must do, start working. Who captured this booking? Was it the online booking?
Die een van Krause, het was lekker slaap. Ja,
But who captured it?
me.
You.
Ja.
Yeah, so the only thing you forgot to do is to add the room to the booking. Otherwise, there's no room booked out. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So further on, it's not difficult. Don't be scared of it. And you already received your first booking from bookings.com. The only thing that I'm worried about is your virtual credit card. I just want to check it here. And that booking was in December.
7th of December.
Yeah. So I just want to see all your virtual credit cards. Oh, so they didn't push a virtual credit card. So I just want to check something here.
You think they're only going to pay closer?
What is your setup with them? What
I
is your
think they pay, I think, a day before the client books in because there is still a cancellation.
Oh, okay.
Then I've got to pay booking.com their commission separately.
Yeah, so I think maybe this is their commission.
The minimum reservation or something, yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's free cancellation up until 2 weeks before the time. Maybe that's why it doesn't show the payment.
Okay. So there's no virtual credit card. So you can also go in here, virtual credit card report. You can say, show me all my virtual credit cards before this date, all with remaining balance or zero balance. And it will pop up all your virtual credit cards here. So that's definitely another virtual credit card that they've sent you. So what they've done here, to me, it looks like they've taken their commission and they've given you the balance. So you must log into bookings.com and go and check this booking. There's the booking reference because I hope this is not your balance. And they've applied a lot of discounts to it.
Yeah, it says here, Altus Fund Sale made a reservation Thursday, 7 December, total price 1250.88. That's what the message they sent me.
Yeah. And what is the relationship you've got with them now? Is it Hotel Collect or Bookings.com Collect?
It's a booking.com collect.
So they collect the money and they will pay you. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. And then remember, if it's a bookings.com booking, you can also check your messages here under customer messages.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's only booking.com that's got this facility. Now, if I click on Altus Van Sale and they send you a message, there's no message now available in booking.com. But as soon as they send a message to you, because they do it via booking.com, a reply button comes up here. And you can reply to Altus Van Sale. And you can say, hi, thank you for your message. I see that you want to see a photo of the property. And then you can attach a photo. It works like WhatsApp. You can attach a photo. You can use emojis on here. You can type in here. You can add an attachment, a document to it. So maybe he says, listen, I can't get the directions on Google from you. Please send me your directions. You can from here attach a file. You can add a photo in. You can use emojis. It works. It looks a lot like WhatsApp. Good.
Yeah.
But only if Altus sends you a message.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And he opened himself up for messages, you can reply directly to him. And that's it, guys.
I think they still will pay me because I went to the price breakdown now.
Mm?
It says total 1250. So the commissionable amount is 1150. And their commission and charges is R172.50. So
Hulle gaan jou net die balans dan gee.
ja, maar dis fyn want ek wil 150 kry.
Mm.
Baie keer het 'n kredietkaart mos 'n minimum, net soos 'n minimum charge. Ek weet lekker slaap doen dit op, wat hulle net check of jou kredietkaart aktief is en valid is.
Ja. En wat is hierdie city tax wat hulle opsit?
Ja,
Is
ek
dit
weet nie wat nie. Ek weet nie wat's dit nie hoor.
want ek sien dit nou op baie van die venues doen hulle dit. Hulle sit 'n city tax op. Is dit 'n tourism levy wat hulle maybe apply?
Nee, ek weet nie. Want hierdie booking.com ding moes dan deur julle gekom het, nê?
Ja, hy het deur jou bookings.com in Q2B gekom. Ja, want how it works, we your real-time availability now. If there's a booking on booking.com, they push it towards us, we put it in the calendar. If you do a booking, we push it towards them and it just shows the room is sold. It closes up the room. It's a push and pull relationship we've got with them.
I'm going to put all my existing bookings, gaan ek nou self manually insit, nê?
You have to do it because bookings.com is now live. And if you don't put your current bookings in the system, you will get double bookings, right? Because now everything shows available on bookings.com.
Yeah, I'll quickly do that today. Now.
Okay. So that's very important to upload your current bookings because currently now for bookings.com, it shows that it's all available.
Okay.
Okay. So that's important for you to do is to go and capture your current bookings.
I'm going to do that and I'm going to do the indemnity.
The indemnity.
Back to you quickly. That's today and then fix that.
Yeah, no, I think so net first get used to the system and then we book another hour or two and then we do CRM because that's a monster on its own.
Waarvoor staan CRM?
Customer Relationship Management.
Okay. Let's leave that for now.
Okay. So let's leave it for now. You've got enough and get those bookings on. That's the most important. Because also you started a relationship with bookings.com now. You don't want to cancel bookings with them now. They will penalize you for it.
I know.
Okay. And then we'll do another session and we'll do CRM and then I'll help you with either what you got stuck with.
Okay.
All
Dankie.
right.
Dankie.
Okay. I'll send you the recording again if you want to go and revisit.
Okay. Dankie.
Alright. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.